In the twilight of his career, Novak Djokovic stands not just as a champion, but as a witness to the changing tides of tennis history. He, the man who conquered eras, the man who endured Federer and Nadal, who built legacies upon legacies, now finds himself at the edge of a new epoch. One where the faces are younger, the styles sharper, and the battles are born from fearless ambition. And as Wimbledon 2025 approaches, Djokovic doesn't face merely another tournament. No. He stands before a storm that has already rumbled through Paris and left the tennis world stunned in awe. That storm has two names, Carlos Alcaraz and Jannik Sinner. Two forces, two flames, two generational prodigies who are not waiting for Djokovic to retire, they are taking their place now. Just weeks ago, on the sacred clay of Roland Garros, Alcaraz and Sinner gave us a final that may echo through decades. A duel of brilliance. A symphony of forehands, volleys, and belief. A match so radiant, so emotionally charged, it broke the confines of sport and became something mythic. And Novak, the man who once owned the Chatrier court, the gladiator who had etched his name in Parisian glory time and again, he wasn't there. Not as a player, not as a competitor, but as a man watching history from the outside. He didn't intend to watch it. In a quiet revelation, he shared that when the final began, he wasn't glued to a screen. He was back in Serbia. His wife, ever the lover of tennis, wanted to witness the match. Novak. He wasn't ready. Perhaps it was the ache of not being there. Perhaps it was the humility of knowing the torch is mid-air, not yet fallen but already drifting. So they went out to eat. Life's little intermissions even for giants. And yet, destiny has its pull. They came back home. They turned on the television. And there it was, Carlos and Jannik, in full flight, lighting up the clay like it were heaven's own battlefield. Djokovic watched. He could not look away. And what he saw humbled him. He did not deflect. He did not diminish. He did not veil his respect in cliché or careful wording. He offered the highest of praise. It was one of the most historic matches we have ever seen in this sport. That statement, from the mouth of a man who played the 2019 Wimbledon final against Federer, who beat Nadal in that 2021 epic on Paris clay, who has stood toe-to-toe with every great the sport has offered, that statement means everything. Because Djokovic doesn't give his praise easily. He's a warrior, not a poet. But even warriors stop to bow when the clash is that magnificent. This is not just rivalry. It is reverence. He did not just acknowledge the match. He congratulated both men, not out of diplomacy, but out of genuine awe. And so, as the grass of Wimbledon whispers under his feet once again, Djokovic knows what lies ahead. He knows this won't be a nostalgic victory lap. He knows the world is watching not just him, but them. The heirs. The ones who no longer wait for the throne, they take it point by point, set by set. But the fire in Novak has not dimmed. He took to center court, Wimbledon's temple of tennis, for the first time this year. Not as a headliner, but as a training partner. For Carlos Alcaraz. Yes, the defending champion, the man who just lit up Paris, requested Djokovic as his hitting partner. And Novak agreed, without pride, without pretense. I was just his training partner, Djokovic said. And I'm happy he chose me. Imagine that. The man with 24 Grand Slams. Happy to train with the young king. Not bitter. Not insecure, just grateful for the dance. Because Djokovic understands tennis like few ever will. He knows that this game is bigger than one man, one era. It breathes. It evolves. It sings in different voices across generations. He recognizes that Alcaraz plays with a style unlike anything before. That Sinner strikes the ball with a purity that echoes the legends. He even admits, graciously, that the game itself has changed. The balls at Wimbledon, he says, are slower. The style more measured. The net rushers, like Alcaraz, have more time to set up. And that makes it harder even for Novak Djokovic. But he doesn't complain. He observes. He adapts. That is why he has lasted this long. Not because of raw talent alone, but because of his mind. His humility. His ability to stare at the future and say, I see you coming, and I'm still here. The draw is coming soon. Djokovic awaits it, not with fear, but with resolve. He knows he is no longer the guaranteed favorite. He knows the crowd may cheer louder for Carlos, for Jannik, for the new blood. But he is still Novak Djokovic. The man who walked through fire at Melbourne. The man who tamed the impossible in New York. The man who redefined longevity, reinvention, and relentlessness. And as the grass courts of Wimbledon shimmer in the sun, we are blessed with something rare. A moment where 3 generations meet. One legend, 2 prodigies, 1 court, and the world holds its breath. Because this isn't just a tournament. It's a passing of the torch, or perhaps, a fight to hold it a little longer. And Djokovic, he's not letting go easily. He may be the spectator at Roland Garros. But at Wimbledon, he is still a contender. Still a symbol. Still a story in motion. And when the matches begin, he will rise, not as a ghost of greatness, but as a giant still unwilling to kneel. He sees what Carlos and Jannik bring. He respects it. But he will test it. Because champions don't fade quietly. They roar until the very last point. And Novak Djokovic, he is not done roaring yet.